Welcome back, everyone, to the Hot Mix, an InstroTek podcast. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Maurice.
And today we are bringing you a red-hot episode from the North Carolina State campus.
Absolutely. Here we are at NC State University Civil Engineering Lab today on a beautiful day, ready to look at some new products, maybe with some of the research and what they're doing in the civil engineering world.
Absolutely. And we're so excited to bring you two awesome guests to take a deep dive into the lab. So let's go.
Let's do it.
Man, isn't this awesome being at the NC State lab? So much history in here, 50 plus years of testing all in one place.
I know, right? And they've also pioneered some of the greatest research on small specimen testing using the asphalt mixture performance tester, which we're going to see later on. So I'm really excited about that.
Let's go see it.
Let's go. All right, Anthony, here we are in the NC State Civil Engineering Lab. This is nice, huh?
It's hot in here. I like it.
Yeah, this is called their hot room. Why? Because look at all these ovens. You have dispatch, you have thermal, all great products, all great ovens that we absolutely love. Absolutely. And we also have one of the best products here.
There it is, Pine Gyratory.
Pine Gyratory. Everybody knows these, right? From Superbait, from building your cores, creating your cores in the lab. Great product.
Absolutely.
Really have liked these. They're just quality. You know, they really hold up. You know, you can buy one of these and then never have to buy one again.
Yeah.
So the Pine Gyratory is awesome.
It sure is. Oh, look at this. I've got all the A&D scales over here. The asphalt mixer over there. That's awesome. Then you look over here, you got the centrifuge extractor and the recovery station. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely. They do a lot of binder testing here. Obviously, in their hot room there, you need all these ovens for that. But a lot of their binder testing happens here. So this is really a great spot and looks like very well equipped.
Absolutely.
And then if you come around the corner here, we have the RTFO.
Oh, there
right?
it is.
That's a lot of binder equipment again. And one of our favorites as well, the NCAT furnace.
That's why it's so hot. The hottest.
That furnace has probably done a lot of work, seen a lot of asphalt samples.
Sure
right?
has, absolutely.
Awesome. Let's keep going.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Maurice, look. Dynamic duo, auto rice and pump saver. Man.
Yeah, that's a great max specific gravity station with both the auto rice and pump saver.
It's
awesome.
so good.
Awesome to see in here.
Hey man, do I see Mary over there?
You do, you do. That is where they do all their sieve shaking to separate all the aggregates once they come back from the field, and they have one of the best, the Marianne sieve shaker, and they also have a great filtration system. This is what you call the dirty room.
Oh yeah.
Don't get any ideas. But the dirty room is where most of the sieve shaking happens because it lets off a lot of dust. Obviously, they're bringing everything from the field, and it looks like they take care of all that dust and air and debris.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty clean for a dirty room.
It looks awesome.
Oh man, look at that. Core dries.
The flagship,
I love it.
that is one of the best, and it's awesome to see in here in the NC State lab. We love the fact that they have not only one, but two of our core dry systems.
That is absolutely awesome.
What do you see in that corner down there?
Oh, is that the core lock?
That is the core lock.
Oh man.
One of InstroTek's first products, and they still are using it here in the lab, obviously for a number of tests.
Even that thing has a nice cream paint job, doesn't it?
It does.
Sharp, man.
Awesome. Let's go to the next one.
Let's check it out.
All right.
Woo.
All right, and here we have the large civil engineering room with just about all the high-end stuff that you can imagine.
Absolutely. This place is massive.
This is awesome. I see the AMPT over here for dynamic testing.
There it is.
Of samples and asphalt samples for loading and dynamic loading. We also have the larger big machines, which are your MTS full universal loading frames, and those things can do just about anything in the lab, right?
Absolutely, yeah. They break all kinds of strengths.
Yeah, I mean they're very, very powerful machines that they use for realistic loading of the lab. And then we have a couple other machines that we're going to hear about and kind of learn kind of research they're doing in this lab.
Oh, look at this! And now we have the Smart Tracker Hamburg wheel tester. What a beauty! Love it. A lot of balanced mix design. One side of balanced mix design is done right here with all your rut testing. This is a great addition to any lab, certainly, and a beautiful place for it too.
Wow, talk about hot. This is one of the biggest ovens that I've seen, probably for curing or drying off samples, but it's a great oven that probably still gets a lot of use.
Eye wash station. Looks more like a body wash station to me. Maurice, look at that. That's where it all started.
Look at
right
this.
There.
This looks like it's had some life.
The Marshall stability machine. Now this is kind of where it all got started when it comes to kind of just compression strength tests. And the technology has come a long way, but this just goes to show that, you know, the testing that's been done in this laboratory has been a long time, a lot of years of experience here.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
And it's awesome to see it in a lab where you have such high-tech equipment,
It is, right next to it, right.
But right here is one of the oldies but goodies, one that's been around, seen a lot of changes in the asphalt industry, and it's here in the lab.
A lot of history here, and we, you know, this is something that we just wanted to highlight to show that there's just a lot of great things coming from the laboratory here at NC State.
All right, guys, here we are with Shane Underwood of the Civil Engineering Laboratory here at NC State, professor here as well, and he's going to tell us a little bit about this piece of equipment called the AMPT and what it does, what kind of research they're doing with. Shane, let us know what kind of research you're doing here with the AMPT.
Sure, yeah, we do a lot with this machine. So we mainly are testing asphalt concrete, of course, but we're testing it in tension. We're looking at the cyclic fatigue characteristics of the material. We really want to use that information in some models, advanced models that our group is developing here over the years. We also look at rutting tests. We even have fixtures do overlay tests and even ideal fatigue.
Awesome. So for someone that may not know how that all applies to our roads, what's the end effect that you're trying to figure out? What are you trying to do to the roads to maybe make it better or, you know, improve the construction of the road?
Yeah, we're all about durability.
Okay.
So that's really what we're focusing on. We're trying to make sure the road will last even another year, 2 years, 3 years. And one way to do that is to look at how the asphalt mixture fails, so how it fatigues largely.
Okay.
If we can make it last just a little bit longer, that'll be all kinds of benefits.
There's all sustainability, right? The longer the road lasts, the less we have to be out there paving it.
Yep.
It's also costs less for the state, so for taxpayers, their money goes longer.
Yep.
And this type of good equipment is actually helping us get there. So thanks, Shane.
All right, Shane, this looks very high-tech, almost like a robot, but you're a civil engineering laboratory, so I know that's not what it is. What do we have here?
So this is our Bose equipment. So this is
wait. Bose, the company that makes speakers.
just like the speaker. This thing right here is basically a speaker.
Wow,
Yeah,
look
it
at
works
that.
the same mechanics, same basic idea. And we do that because we get great resolution on the movement of the actuator.
Okay.
But it's all in a much smaller footprint. No servo hydraulics, nothing like that. It's all electromechanical. But we can still do dynamic testing like we can.
And what kind of research are you getting out of this machine? What are you doing with the sample in here?
We do, this lab is called the Asphalt Multi-Scale Characterization and Testing Lab. And in that lab, we're looking at the behaviors of asphalt across all kinds of length scales.
Gotcha.
So this machine helps us understand how the mortar, it's a sample about like this, can tell us about what the mechanics of a full asphalt mixture are. Because that governs a lot of what happens in the cracks, when it ruts, and all those sorts of things.
And that's one thing that our industry is very focused on right now is crack propagation and how they, you know, what happens to them after they propagate throughout the sample. So that's awesome. Great to see this type of technology in here. Very advanced, very awesome from the NC State lab. All right, Shane, what is this? This looks huge, and it's in your civil engineering lab, so I imagine you do something with it.
Yeah, so these are we have 2 rooms in this lab. One's a cold room, and one's a hot room.
Okay.
Between this. And it's not all about asphalt concrete, so we do preservation here too. And when you do preservation, you got to worry about emulsions. And so we use the hot room to really keep the emulsion at a stable temperature. We also make some specimens in there. And the cold room, we use that to test materials. So sometimes we got to test at very cold temperatures. And it's a lot more convenient to walk into a room to do that.
And what kind of temperatures are we talking about when you're testing or putting samples in here?
Yeah, so this is usually at negative 10 degrees Celsius, about 14 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is about 60 degrees Celsius.
60 C, wow. So that's pretty warm and keeping everything. That's where we should do the hot mix in the hot room. So awesome. Thanks, Shane, for explaining what you do with these.
Absolutely.
And we are here today with Cassie Casteraina, the NC State Civil Engineering professor, and we're going to be talking about the DSR, the Dynamic Shear Rheometer. Cassie, can you tell me a little bit more about the testing that you do with this piece of equipment?
Yes, we use this piece of testing equipment for a variety of purposes. We use it to conduct standard performance graded tests to screen asphalt binder performance for pavements, and we also conduct advanced testing to evaluate the durability of both asphalt binders and mastics, which are the combination of binder and mineral filler. We can use it to screen their cracking resistance and performance properties over a broad range of temperatures and loading conditions.
That's awesome. Can you just kind of touch on the application and how this applies to our roads and what we're looking for and what kind of sustainability or durability it has?
Yeah, so our asphalt mixtures are combined, a combination of asphalt binder and aggregates, and the asphalt binder is really the weak link. So to prevent premature failure of our pavements, we need to first screen the asphalt binder to ensure it has adequate performance.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking us through this piece of equipment today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, Cassie, I see that we have a Smart Tracker Hamburg wheel tester here. Just hoping that you could shed a little light on the testing that you do here at the NC State lab and just kind of what you've been doing with it.
Sure. Yeah, we use this device to simultaneously assess the moisture damage resistance and the rutting resistance of asphalt mixtures, which are both important for ensuring long pavement life. And so this device is used in many balance mix design procedures today, where agencies are looking to balance cracking and permanent deformation resistance of their mixtures.
Awesome. I know that at a lot of the conferences that I've been at this season, balance mix design has been at the forefront of everybody's talk. So do you think that the application is going to produce results in the near future, or do you think it's going to take a little bit more time and research?
Oh, it's moving very quickly. So especially this device, it's well established and in use by agencies today. So I think we'll continue to see increased use and adoption in balance mix design procedures.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And this is the Hamburg wheel tracker.
All right, that was our day at the Civil Engineering Laboratory at NC State.
Thank you all so much for joining us. We really, really appreciate it. Just remember, keep it hot.
Keep it real.
Keep it real hot.
All right, that was our day at the NC State Civil Engineering. All right, that was our no, give me what it says. All right, that was our day at the NC State Civil Engineering Laboratory.
Thank you all so much for joining and tuning us in. We